In this video, I'm going to very quickly take you through all the steps to unlock the Beamsmasher, the wonder weapon on Terminus Island in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This is required to actually complete the main Easter egg on Terminus Island, so this is a very free and easy way to actually get this wonder weapon outside of the box. To start the first process, you need to turn on the power to the entire facility, which is something that the game actually guides you through, so this will be very easy for you to get done. Once the power is on, the main characters inside of this map are going to talk about a hidden lab that you need to go and try and find. For this, you need to actually raise up the Pack-a-Punch lift that you see inside the water, which again the game tells you to go and dive in there to actually lift up the Pack-a-Punch. For the next step, you need to go and attach the dead wire ammo mod to one of your guns. Doesn't matter which gun it is, because this dead wire ammo mod is going to be used to turn on a couple fuse boxes that are going to only be found as you use the lift where you can find Pack-a-Punch. Now as this lift is going up, you're going to see a small office that has broken windows, and in this office you're going to see a power box. Shoot the power box with the gun that has the dead wire attachment and you'll see an electric current go to some other power boxes. Keep shooting these power boxes that are electrified and follow the pathing that I'm showing you to go into the living quarters. Inside the living quarters, you'll see another electrified fuse box. Shoot it once again, and then the fuse box outside of the living quarters will be lit up as well. Shoot that final box and a secret laboratory will open up where you can see an uncompleted Beamsmasher. Of course, the next steps to actually get this gun are to find all the components around the map. Thankfully, your very first component is going to be found inside of this laboratory itself. Once you enter in here, you'll probably hear a zombie on the floor. All you have to do is kill this zombie and it's going to drop the EMF fob. This is one of 3 pieces to unlock this main Easter egg gun. Next, make your way over to the C tower, the same building that you can get the elemental pop perk cans. In this C tower, you're going to find a case that has a zombie hand on it. All you have to do is interact with this case and you'll be able to get the next item, which is going to be a resonator. Now with the resonator in hand, we can go on to the next step, which is finding 3 individual laptops scattered across the map. Thankfully, these laptops aren't very far away. The one that is going to be closest to where we just were with the resonator is going to be a floor down below, right in front of the sea caves and the mining tunnels. You'll be able to see the laptop location with the funny looking antenna right next to the laptop. All you have to do is interact with the laptop itself. A symbol will appear on here and then you can move on to the next spot, which is actually going to be right near Stamina, one of the first rooms you can open up inside of the map. As soon as you get to the room of Stamina, simply go outside to the right and you'll see another one of those antennas and laptops waiting for you to interact with it. And the final laptop can be found just outside of the room where you can get quick revive. Once again, simply go outside of this room, go to the right and you'll see another laptop with that weird looking antenna. Interact with it and you can now move back into the secret laboratory. Interact with the computer on the right and you'll quickly see that it gets turned on with the resonator that you had found. You want to interact with it again and 3 sticky notes will show up matching the symbols of the laptops. What you're next going to have to do is one of 2 things. One, you can solve a math problem all on your own, or you can go to Dr. Peck at the beginning of this map and pay him 5,000 points to do the math for you. Personally, with how valuable points are inside of this map and the main Easter egg in and of itself, I recommend you do the math yourself. I'll show you how to do the equations here in just a second, but again, if you don't want to go through all the equations, you can skip forward in the video or simply go to Dr. Peck and pay him the 5k to actually get this done a lot quicker. For the math, you need to find the X, Y, and Z values, which is going to align with the X, Y, Z symbols that you find on the computer. Match that symbol up with the left whiteboard. You're going to see 2 different columns of 0, 1, 2 on the left side and on the bottom 2, 1, 0. These are going to give you your values per symbol. So for example, my value for X is going to be 21 because the symbol is going to be on the very bottom level in the middle, and as you see, the 2 and 1 align up with that particular symbol. Do the same exact matching with Y and Z as you see on the computer. From there, once you have all 3 of your values, you want to use the right whiteboard and solve each one of the problems. So in my case, problem number 1 is going to be 2 times X, which is 2 times 21, plus 11, which is going to give me 53. For problem number 2, it's going to be 2 times Z, which for me is the value of 0, plus Y, which is 10. So I'm going to have 10 minus 5 at the end, which will give me 5. And for problem number 3, I'm going to have Y plus Z minus X, which is going to end up being 10 plus 0 minus 21. That will give me negative 11. The 2 bars at the end of this equation means that this number cannot be negative, which will leave me with 11. Is this way more math than you bargained for in a Zombies Easter egg? Yes, absolutely, but that's why we have the option to pay Peck 5k to get these numbers correct. So whichever way you end up getting these numbers, enter them incorrectly into this computer and you're going to see a map start pinging around. Next thing you have to do is go through the rounds until the triangulated location around this map is found on the computer. It may take a couple rounds. It usually flips on round 9 for me when I go through this Easter egg, so just stand by where this computer is, go through the round rounds, upgrade your setup however you want to, because as soon as the position is located, you're going to have to take the device off of the computer to move on to the next step of the Easter egg. Once that island has been marked, you're of course going to have to go to that specific island, but don't forget to take the resonator before you go. The island is going to be on the far right side of the map, more particularly the smaller section of this island. Once you get to this island, you're going to see a blue orb with something in the middle. All you have to do is interact with this orb and basically survive until you see the orb go up in the air slightly and zap a very particular zombie. Once that zombie has been zapped, kill that zombie and you're going to have something electrical that drops to the ground. Pick up that item and run over as quick as you can back to the other giant blue orb. You're going to have to run through the blue orb to actually drop that piece of electricity into the orb. You're going to actually have to get 2 different charges to complete this step. Once you have 2 charges inside of this blue orb, it's actually going to shoot off to another island in the distance. Now, before you go to the next island, make sure you pick up the resonator, which will be on the ground right where you just had the orb. This is very important because at the next island, you're going to have to use that resonator again, just like you did at the first location, to continue the same step that you just had with the blue orb, but now it's a green orb. Once again, wait for it to shock a random zombie that turns to green. Kill that zombie, take the green electricity, the green element from that zombie, run it into the green orb, do this twice, and it will again shoot off to another island. Make your way to the final orb in the final island, which is going to be the island on the northwest side of the map. Once again, interact with this purple orb this time around, wait for it to shock 2 other zombies, get the purple element into the orb, and once you do that, you will actually have completed the final step to actually crafting the Beamsmasher. You will know you have done this correctly when your screen gets flashbanged, and in the place of where the resonator was in the final orb is going to be a brand new golden item that you can pick up, which is going to be an amp munition. With this final part in your inventory, make your way back to the secret laboratory and start crafting the Beamsmasher. Again, you can get the Beamsmasher through the box, or you can use a specific gobble gum to actually get it, but this is a way to guarantee that you will be getting it very early on, and especially if you're going through the main Easter egg, you want this as early as possible. Now, the best way to use this gun effectively is to freeze them first and then hit them with the regular beam attack. The first effect is going to weaken the zombie significantly and then make it very easy to kill with the regular beam effect. Is this a super overpowered wonder weapon? No, but it's also a really fun wonder weapon to use, and it's very different compared to some of the older wonder weapons that we've gotten. So on a scale, I'd probably put it as a mid-tier wonder weapon, but like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is required to actually go and do the main Terminus Island Easter egg, so you're going to have to get this one way or another if you're going for that Easter egg. But that is the entire side Easter egg to get the Beamsmasher for free, essentially. It's just going to take you a little bit of time to actually get it for free, but you still get it for free. So if you guys found this walkthrough guide helpful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe buttons down below so I know that you did. Let me know how your guys' attempts for the Terminus Island Easter egg goes down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.